In Dunce TV Daily News discussion today we revisited two articles that earlier in the year was making the rounds on the digital news media. First article of interest, the United States Secretary of State visits Jamaica to discuss Haiti crisis. Key points. Visit details. The United States Secretary of State Antony J. Blinken is traveling to Kingston, Jamaica, for a high-level meeting on Haiti. This visit is part of a broader diplomatic effort to address the ongoing crisis in Haiti and strengthen regional alliances. Meeting purpose. The meeting, organized by the Caribbean Community, CARICOM, aims to discuss a comprehensive plan for Haiti's political transition and security issues. This initiative highlights the regional concern for stability in Haiti and the collaborative efforts to find a solution. Proposed actions. Political transition. The creation of an independent presidential body to lead Haiti's transition is a key proposal. This body aims to ensure a broad-based, inclusive governance structure that can effectively guide Haiti towards political stability. The goal is to facilitate a peaceful and democratic transition, preventing further deterioration of the political situation. Security support. The deployment of a multinational security support mission is proposed to address Haiti's severe security crisis. This mission would involve multiple nations contributing resources and personnel to restore order and provide stability. The security mission is intended to support local law enforcement and ensure the safety of the Haitian population during the transition period. Jamaica-US relations. During his visit, Secretary Blinken will also meet with Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness. They will discuss various bilateral and regional issues, emphasizing the strong and enduring ties between the United States and Jamaica. This meeting underscores the importance of US-Jamaica relations and their mutual interests in regional stability and cooperation. Analysis. The United States influence. This visit can be viewed as the United States exerting its influence on Jamaica and other Caribbean nations. The United States often uses such diplomatic engagements to promote its foreign policy objectives, which can sometimes overshadow the sovereignty of smaller nations. Loss of sovereignty. Critics argue that Jamaica, by participating in US-led initiatives, may be compelled to align with the United States' interests, potentially compromising its own independent decision-making processes. This perceived loss of sovereignty can be seen as Jamaica being coerced into supporting the United States strategies, which may not always align with its national interests. Global democracy agenda. Some observers see this as another example of global powers, particularly the United States, imposing their version of democracy and governance on smaller nations. This approach can lead to tensions and resistance from local populations who may feel that their unique political and cultural contexts are being overlooked or undermined. Background and context. Big Brother policy in the Caribbean. Historically, the United States has maintained a significant influence in the Caribbean, often referred to as the Big Brother approach. This policy has been especially pronounced since the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962, which marked a turning point in US-Caribbean relations. The US strategy has often involved ensuring that Caribbean governments align with its own governance ideology. This has sometimes led to the destabilization of governments that the United States deems unsuitable, either through direct intervention or support for opposition groups. Proxy war and propaganda. The United States has been accused of engaging in proxy wars and propaganda campaigns in the Caribbean, using various tactics to install leaders and governments that are sympathetic to its cause. This has included economic pressure, covert operations, and diplomatic maneuvering. Such actions have often resulted in prolonged instability and suffering for local populations, as externally influenced governments may struggle to maintain legitimacy and effective governance. Current example. Secretary Blinken's visit to Jamaica and the discussions on Haiti can be seen as a continuation of this pattern. The proposed actions for Haiti, while seemingly aimed at stabilizing the country, also align with broader the United States' strategic interests in the region. Critics argue that this is another instance of the United States leveraging its power to shape the political landscape of the Caribbean, raising concerns about the long-term implications for regional autonomy and self-determination. Conclusion. In summary, while Secretary Blinken's visit to Jamaica aims to address the crisis in Haiti through diplomatic and security measures, it also highlights the ongoing influence of the United States foreign policy in the Caribbean. This influence raises concerns about the sovereignty of Caribbean nations and the broader implications of the US approach to promoting democracy and governance in the region. As Jamaica navigates these complex dynamics, it is crucial to critically assess the impact of such high-level engagements on its own national interests and the well-being of its people. In the second news article of Dunce TV's concern for today was, Brookings Institution report highlights missteps in Jamaica's debt strategy. A recent report by the Brookings Institution reveals that Jamaica's strategy for repaying foreign debt has been flawed, leading to significant economic drawbacks. Key findings in this article from the Financial Times interpreted by Dunce TV Analysis are: high debt repayments. Jamaica dedicated a significant portion of its budget to repaying foreign debts. This focus on debt repayment was intended to stabilize the country's financial standing but came at a high cost. The large payments reduced the funds available for other crucial investments, impacting the country's ability to foster long-term growth and development. Less money for growth. Due to the heavy focus on debt repayment, Jamaica had limited resources left for essential public services and infrastructure. Key areas that suffered from underinvestment included health. Insufficient funding led to inadequate health care services, affecting the overall well-being of the population. Education. Limited investment in education resulted in poorer educational outcomes and reduced opportunities for future generations. Crime prevention. Underfunded criminal justice systems contributed to higher crime rates and less effective law enforcement. Hurricane recovery. Jamaica's frequent exposure to hurricanes required substantial funds for preparedness and recovery, which were not adequately available. Low economic growth. From 1990 to 2019, Jamaica's economic growth was extremely slow, with an average GDP per capita increase of just 0.3% per year. This is in stark contrast to similar countries that saw growth rates of around 4% per year. The slow growth hindered improvements in living standards and economic opportunities for Jamaicans. Higher potential. The report suggests that if Jamaica had adopted more balanced financial practices, focusing less on extreme debt repayment and more on sustainable investments, its economy could have been significantly stronger. Specifically, if Jamaica had maintained a primary surplus of 7% while allowing for occasional deficits similar to its peers, the GDP per capita could have been 3 times higher by 2019. This indicates a massive lost opportunity for economic advancement and improved quality of life. Overtaxation. To meet its debt repayment goals, Jamaica imposed high taxes on its citizens. This heavy taxation burden discouraged economic activity and reduced disposable income, further stifling growth. High taxes also made it more difficult for businesses to thrive, reducing overall economic dynamism. Summary. Jamaica's intense focus on repaying foreign debt had severe repercussions for its economic development and the quality of life of its citizens. The prioritization of debt repayment over critical investments in health, education, crime prevention, and disaster preparedness led to slow economic growth and missed opportunities for prosperity. This case highlights the need for balanced fiscal policies that support both debt management and sustainable economic development. The links to the original articles are in the description. Please subscribe, share and comment because empowering minds, inspiring change. Dunce TV, where every story sparks critical thought.